Okay. Everything should be working this time. Oy. All right. Hello, everyone. I'm still sorting some things out. Give me a moment. I will be with you shortly. I am so sorry. Pop out. We will unpin that. Oh, I did not log into this. No, submit. I'm gonna have to log in to this so that I can announce things to people. All right. Let's see. Setting, scan QR code. Let's let people know what's going on. Yes, I would like to log in. That's why I scanned the QR code. Yes, I did fix things, which is good. This is an explicitly good thing. I just, you know, at YouTube, in spite of everything, I am live. All right, there we go. Let me just check something. All right. I think I've solved everything. So, hello, Oncey. Hello, Rena. You're gonna go to sleep now? Sleep well, Rena. Thanks for dropping by at all. Get well soon. I need the Twitch chat up as well. Not that there will probably be anybody in the Twitch chat. But it is still good to do these things. I just still have like keybinds that aren't in. That's okay. We're learning today. Ready for another great stream? Honestly, there's like a decent chunk of that that's still gonna be just me fiddling with a couple things, because I got some shortcuts that I gotta put in, because okay, so I'm a little silly goofy guy and I like to be able to move my windows around between monitors with keybinds, because that's pretty sick. Is this what yes, Kwin. All right. Monitor. No. It'd be under Kwin, but it's like, okay. Where are the move? Where is the setting? Switch to the window above. It's meta alt up. That's not okay. And then we will window below. We will switch that to that. Yeah, we will be getting rid of that. We'll be getting rid of that. We'll add that. And to the right. Do not want to learn new keybinds, so I will just change them. We will apply. And now, what is that bound to? What? What is control? Control alt left is bound to something else. Why? What is it bound to? Hello, Crystal. Hello, Calm Mom. Welcome on in. Told Cozy that you had a crush on him in one of his streams. That, I'm not gonna lie. If I was Cozy, I mean, just in general, if like a viewer says they have a crush on me, that just sort of, I mentally flag them as a potential problem. Like, not to rain on your parade or anything, but yeah. Interesting. Why does it do that instead of what I want it to do? Maybe I do need to just learn new keybinds and just suck it up. But I don't know. It's like, I know a lot of people get a little attached to creators. I know I do. I am very parasocial. But I also like know what it's like to be on the other side, so I don't necessarily like tell that to people. So I don't. Why is, huh? I don't understand. Ah, here we are. That's because I'm trying to do the wrong thing. I'm trying to change the wrong keybind. That's why that's happening. I'm a silly goose who's doing silly goose things, and there we go. Switch screen to the left. Switch to the screen to the right. Oh, wait, hold on. That's not what I want. I want move window one screen to the right. Yes. Move window one screen to the left. Yes. Haha. Apply. Haha. The things work now. Made progress with the computer? Yes. And this time I won't mess things up because the reason I was having issues is because I was like, oh, I've run out of space. Let me expand. Oh, wait, I can't do it because I can only expand like in a certain direction in the thing. It's like, okay, well, what if I copy paste everything over, and then I messed everything up. So I should have enough space now. I may have to, do some other things, but I will do it in a smart way, and I will do backups, and it will be safe, and it will be fine. Yeah. Yeah, not everyone is lucky like my BF and I, where I met him through streaming, and after 5 years of watching him in private combos, we started dating. Of course, he confessed me first, so that also helped. Yeah, I am glad that worked out for you. I know people where that exact situation has gone horrifically wrong. I'm very happy for you. I am glad that worked out for you. I have seen the opposite happen far more often, which is why I caution people, and why I myself am cautious about anybody I meet through streaming, including other content creators. I do not trust them. Is having a crush on somebody bad? No, having a crush on somebody is totally normal. It's not the crush is bad. Let me clarify. Having a crush, totally good, totally normal. However, it's the target. That's the problem in this case. How do I put this? Why? Oh, I understand why. I need to restart VTube Studio. So in the case that we're talking about, where it's a content creator, there's like a bit of power dynamic there, that's like hard to quantify. and is hard to deal with, because it's just like inevitably it's like, you know, creator and fan, right? There's always going to be like some there's going to be a disconnect there, right? If you know what I mean. In power dynamic, which it can work out, it can be fine, totally legit, that it could totally be fine, right? Why is this not working? Oh, because I selected the monitor of my microphone, not my actual microphone. But the issue there is, you know, if one person has like more power, like inherently, because like the one person is a fan of the other, and I do mean fan as in the root of fanatic, you know, that can cause issues where one person has more say in the relationship effectively, which, you know, if that's like the dynamic you're going for, sure. But there's also the fact that a lot of people who are in the content creator space don't want to date their fans specifically because of this, and because it makes them uncomfortable. They're not comfortable having all the power in the relationship and stuff like that. And the other thing is, like, it just puts them, like, if someone were to confess to be a chat, be like, oh my god, you know, I want to date you, I'd be like, okay, well, you don't know me. First of all, no offense, like, even if you've stuck around for a while and chat for a long time, like, there's plenty that I don't tell you guys about. I think recent events where I've specifically stated like something big happened and it's kind of emotionally devastated me, and I literally can't talk about it with y'all. Like, that should be evidence enough that like not everything gets shared with you guys, and like I'd like to, but I can't. And that's always going to create a barrier, right? There's always going to be a bit of stuff you guys don't know about me, and like stuff I can't share. And so like, I don't know. It's complicated. It's hard. Things like this are very difficult. They're messy. And that's why a lot of people just like don't want to deal with it. One moment. I need to fiddle with something else over here. Turn off the light. Thing to turn off. Okay. There we go. We may or may not play a wizard game tonight. Boy, I'm very exhausted. But yeah, it's just the dynamics. You know? No Harry Potter game today. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just taking a moment to like breathe. You know what I mean? It's very rare for situations like that to be okay. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of it's the exact same situation with like rock stars and groupies. You know what I mean? Where you'll have the hangers on of like rock stars and stuff. And it's like very rarely did that ever work out and turn into healthy relationships. Usually it's the rock star using and abusing the groupie or groupies, right? Just using them for sex and then discarding them because they have a million women who will throw themselves at their feet, right? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's disciple groupie. I mean, you say that, but like, we've definitely had some people come through here who I have had to remove from the community because they were trying to be like that, you know? Yeah. That is pretty lucky, White Star. It sounds like you navigated that very difficult and tricky situation successfully. It's a difficult one. It's a hard one. Yeah. The other thing is like pretty much unless you're very lucky, that's also probably going to be a long distance relationship, right? If you ever like get into it, like a fan and a content creator is almost always going to be it's almost always going to be a long distance relationship. So you add long distance, imbalanced power dynamic, and all just like all the complications from both of those things, and it's just like literally one of the messiest possible relationships you could have. Did you have someone hitting on you? So people just come in here and say inappropriate shit sometimes, and sometimes it's just like I can ignore it or whatever, and it's just like hee hee ha ha. Most, in fact, like 90% of the time it's just like we're just joking. But if like sometimes I've had a couple times where I'm like, no, that's not okay actually. And I've had a couple people like come in and be like, I DM'd you on Discord, you should pay attention to me. I'm like, blocking you on Discord, hiding you from the channel, goodbye. Like, the reason you found me on Discord is because you joined my Discord and then you chose to immediately violate my boundaries that I have explicitly stated on my Discord. Goodbye. Like, yeah. That part I don't get. I've seen in videos of people throwing themselves at Andy Biersack. I don't know who that is, but yeah, people do that. It's very common. But yeah. People say humans are social beings, but I don't think so. Oh, no, we're very social. It's just a lot of people are really bad at it. Or they get wrapped up in stuff. I had a lot of experience through the failure my parents were. I had to grow up quick and took to watching the world and learning from it. That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But that's okay. That's okay. Hold on. Brain's resetting. One moment, please. Your Nephilim is a little bit overwhelmed today. Wow, just flat out pay attention to me. Yeah. It's happened before. I try not to give it attention, so it kind of flies under the radar for most people, I think. But it has happened. It's not like often. It's only happened like a couple times, but people have definitely like come in here and been like, you know, just immediately want to do that. And like, yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know. There's just only so much to be done about it. Like it comes with the territory of being a content creator. People are gonna do that. How was work today? Work was good. Work was easy. I went and I cleaned the burner tubes on a couple dryers that were getting soot on everything, and they're going to get a preventive maintenance contract. They kind of already sold themselves on it, and I was just like, yep, we're good to go. That's weird. Yeah. People are weird. Yeah. I've had to... Actually, I just set some boundary. So... The part of what happened recently was someone who I've known for a long time and quite close with, opened up a conversation with me about something, and I said I wasn't okay with it. Right? And it's like, this is a thing I'm not okay with. This is non-negotiable, right? And it's something I've thought deeply about, and it's not something I'm okay with. And so they decided that wasn't okay. And so I maintained my boundary, and they basically just decided they weren't going to be in my life anymore over it. So, yeah. It's a difficult thing, and I'm pretty broken up about it, but I'm maintaining, but like it's one of those things where you like question yourself, right? And you know, I keep going back over it. I'm like, no, I made the correct decision. I like, was I potentially a little harsh? Yeah. But at the end of the day, I think I made the correct decision. It's a shame. Yeah, it is. It is a shame. It's a, yeah. Yeah. It's a shame. It is what it is, though. Second guessing yourself now? Yeah, a little bit. But like second guessing, and then every time I second guess myself, I run through it and I reaffirm that I was right, or I feel like I am in the right. No, maybe I'm in the wrong, but I don't think so. I've run it by several other people, and every person I have talked to about it, and I mentioned the situation and given them the exact factual situation, they were like, what the fuck? Basically, I can't believe you had to deal with that. And so that makes me, it makes me feel validated. It doesn't really make me feel better, but I feel validated, you know? Better is going to take time. But yeah. Boy. Yeah. But yeah, it's been a rough week and weekend, and like I didn't get half of what I wanted to get done this weekend because I was just like kind of mentally spiraling, and then also I reinstalled operating system, and then I had to reinstall operating system again tonight, and they should have respected your statement not being comfortable with it. Yeah. I just basically was like, look, this is not a line I'm willing to cross. If that's a deal breaker for you, okay. That I'm not willing to cross that line. And they decided that was a deal breaker for them as far as our continued I mean, relationship isn't necessarily like a, yeah, relationship. Yeah, I guess is the way to put it. You know, not like romantic necessarily, but like we had an ongoing. We had a friendship for sure, and now we don't, and that's okay. Going to a wedding in March, it's a perfect thing. I had to go shopping. Nice. Weddings are nice. I haven't been to a wedding in quite a while. All the friends that I had that were going to get married have gotten married, I think. Or I've met them and they were already married. So I had to go through that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate the sentiment. It is what it is. I will get over it. I'm not going to be over it for a while, but I will get over it. These things pass with time. Good on you for standing your ground, Aku. People will come and go in our lives, but those that truly value you will work with us, or value us will work with us and respect us when reasonable. Yeah. Yeah. Something like that. It's okay. I've still got people in my life. And I've been actually talking to more people lately, and I think I need to talk to a couple more people and I need to do some work on a thing because I've been itching for tabletop RPG stuff for a little bit. I got the itch and I need to scratch it. I think I'm gonna try and go through and make a few very basic characters in Shadow of the Demon Lord, and make like a quick little short adventure, and we'll yeah, and run that. I think it'll be good. You still have your disciples too. I do, and that's part of why I wanted to stream tonight. Like I just wanted to hang out, if nothing else. I really, you guys mean a lot to me. You guys don't know how much you guys like keep me going. Like it, I said before, like, you know, the relationship or whatever that between like viewers and streamer is different. You know, it's not gonna be like you know, it can't ever be like, you know, perfectly like I'm telling you guys everything and whatnot, but that doesn't mean it's not still valuable to me. It's quite valuable to me. I find I gain a lot of value from it. So yeah. Yeah. Get your mind off stupid stuff. Yeah. Oh. Speaking of maybe silly, stupid things, I might be traveling soon. I don't know too much about TTRPGs, never got involved with them before. Once I know of, like, D&D seem very daunting. That's one of the reasons why I want to do tabletop RPG streams. Oh, did I not change this? All right, there we go. Change that. But getting a black dress this week. Nice. There are simple RPGs out there. Shadow of the Demon Lord isn't the easiest, but it's a lot easier than D&D in a lot of ways. I would say the guy who made, one of the guys who worked on 5th edition actually made Shadow of the Demon Lord, so I think it's quite good. The other one I want to run at some point on stream is called the Fate RPG, and that one, it's free and open source. You can buy books and whatnot for it, but you can also just play it off of the website and what the rules they have on the website, and it's very loosey-goosey. It doesn't use proper dice. It uses something called fudge dice, where on 2 sides it's 6-sided dice, and they have 2 plus signs, 2 minus signs, and 2 blanks. So basically, you know, 1, 0, and null, or 1, -1, and 0 would be how it would be. So you roll those and you add the pluses and subtract the minuses, and obviously the blanks don't add anything. And it's really good. It's very simple. It's meant to be more cinematic action movie style thing, or like it's like it's meant to be more focused on the role play and letting the mechanics serve the role play. Easy role-playing game. Yeah, it's a very easy role-playing game. It's great. I really like it. I've run it a couple times. It's very simple, very easy to get into. It is definitely like, it takes a while to make the characters the first go around if people aren't used to it, because making the characters is like a cooperative experience. Like, you are not making your character and then bringing it to session. You are making your characters together in session, cooperatively, which is cool, but it's definitely like a whole like thing. Like, that in itself is like a 3-hour thing. So yeah, I'm not really, Oh, I'm really interested in those kinds of streams because I'm not familiar with those games at all. Yeah, I'm probably gonna just test the waters here at some point. I got some like old scenarios I've run. I'll probably won't do any like maps or anything for it. We'll just do theater of the mind, so people are just gonna have to run off my descriptions of what's going on. But and I might maybe I'll draw like simple maps and we can move things around or stuff. But I'm not really looking to have like anything too crazy. It'll probably, if I do maps, it'll be pretty simple. So not like a specific grid or anything, mostly theater of the mind. So, but yeah, you're all my online interaction. I find it hard to interact with humans in this group. I find it easier. So yeah, I'm glad we can be that for you, White Star. But yeah, I really want to do a TTRPG. I got a couple people who are for sure interested. I got a couple people who I might be looking to grab as well, in addition to the two that I know for sure are interested. Actually, I think I know three. Two that I've talked to recently about it. One that I talked to a long time ago about it, but would probably still be down with it. Yeah, voice is so soothing, it's making me sleepy. I'm glad. I'm glad. Oh, I mentioned I was gonna go traveling. I got that passport sorted. My original destination that I was thinking about going to isn't gonna be a thing. So I've been thinking about a couple different places to travel. And Japan is high up on the list, not gonna lie. Japan and Ireland are both high on the list. So Japan, obviously, because I'm a massive otaku. I love my Japanese animes and whatnot. But I also want to go during the winter so I can go to, I think I've talked about the Hokkaido Ice Sculpture Festival. I'd love to go to that and like hang out at the hot springs there. I'd probably just like, I would spend so much time in hot springs, so I'm not gonna lie. It'd be pretty great. But I also kind of want to go to Ireland because, like, I think I mentioned before, like, I'm pretty disconnected from my culture, but also from my, like, not my culture, but, like, my grandparents, great-grandparents, really, culture. And which is, it is what it is. I'm not upset about it, but it would be neat to, like, go to Ireland and see some of the sights, be a bit of a tourist, you know. I think that'd be nice. I would not mind that in the slightest. But if I did go to Ireland, I would. There's like a couple of streamers that I'm aware of and am a fan of over there, and I might be like, any streamers want to hang out? be obnoxious like that. It would probably they probably would not be chill with it. But yeah. You know, there's like one in particular who's like relatively small that I might be able to be like, hey, I'm a streamer, you're a streamer, I'd love to hang out. No pictures, please and thank you. But I'd love the chance to go grab a beer or something. I think that'd be cool. Been to England and Scotland. I wanted to go to Ireland too when we were that close, but we didn't have time. I was one of the chaperones for a high school band. Nice. A high school band that went to England and Scotland. That's crazy. The most we did a tour on the peninsula. We hit up like 3 different locations on the peninsula out here. That was pretty cool. It was a fun time. From personal experience, Ireland may be nice to visit, but not currently. I'm not familiar with what's going on over in Ireland right now, and neither do I care to know at this exact moment. I just went to China and Japan when traveling, but I really want to go to other places too. Yeah. I've only ever been to Canada. If I could talk, that would be great. I've only ever been to Canada and only to Vancouver briefly. And that was a long time ago. The band got to perform in one of the castles in Scotland. It was awesome. That's super cool. Oh my god, that's so cool. I would have loved that when I was in high school. That would have been peak. Yeah. That would have been peak. But yeah. Bastards Part 2. Oh, hold on. What is that? I feel like I'm missing something there. I feel like you didn't quite communicate what that was. Wish I didn't know, but when you travel, you don't exactly get the choice. Fair enough. Season 2 of what? I see Bastards, but I'm not... That doesn't pull anything up. Had so much fun on that trip. Sounds like it. Yeah, I know there's some tourism stuff in South Korea. I'm not like particularly interested in anything over in Korea personally. For me, like Japan is interesting because I grew up like when I was a teenager, I was really coming into myself. Like Japan and Japan in general, but anime and Japanese pop music had a pretty heavy influence on me when I was growing up. And like I had a Japanese cultural class and all this stuff, so I like got pretty deep into it, and that would be the reason why I want to go to Japan in particular. Like, note that the only 2 countries that I have listed where I want to go are Japan, which, you know, I grew up, you know, being fascinated with, and Ireland, which I'm fascinated with because of ancestry reasons. So, yeah. My BF says that maybe one day we'll go to Ontario to see where he grew up, but he doesn't want to go in the near future. Maybe we will someday. Interesting. Been to Georgia during hurricane season, that way back into... Ooh, that's rough. I was down in Georgia a ways back. It was after 2020. It was like 2022? 2023? Something like that. I went to Georgia. It was alright. I went there for a week. Got some training done. Japan would be so cool. Another VA that I listened to just went there recently. He posted a bunch of pictures in his Discord. Nice. I would have to remember to take pictures. I can agree, Japan has everything fun that our country doesn't have. They have 2 well-known amusement parks and every merchants and arcades in existence. Yeah, I'd probably pick up a little bit of merch. I would not... I don't know. I'm not the kind of... I'm not really an amusement park guy. If I had someone to go with, to ride the roller coasters with, that'd be like a whole nother story. But like... I don't. So, unless like I'm like... Unless I can... If I have enough airplane miles, maybe I can drag someone along. That'd be neat. I don't know who I would want to drag along, though. And would be willing to be at the mercy of my itinerary. But in that case, I might like spend a day riding a couple of roller coasters or something. But, yeah. Recently, Japan made a Pokemon theme park. Interesting. Man, If only they could make a good Pokemon game. Yeah. Yeah. If I went to Japan, I'd want to see the historical things, all the history. Not in the mood for more modern stuff. I would definitely want to go to Akihabara for sure. Like I'm that kind of otaku. But I would all Kyoto, Hokkaido. I want to go there too. You know, that's I definitely want to go see a lot of the historical stuff. I don't like, I would spend maybe a single day at an amusement park, and that's a big maybe. That's only because I love roller coasters. And it's been a long time since I've been on a roller coaster, like years. So that'd be great. Beastars, I was trying to say, finale part 2 is coming out on Saturday. I never watched Beastars. I heard it was kind of good, but it was kind of... But I was listening to people talk about it, and I was like, I don't know that this is my cup of tea. And so I didn't give it a shot. Because I was just like, I'm going to pass. I do want to watch, on a related note, on the topic of like anime where all the characters are non-human and are beasts. Odd Taxi was one I heard good things about that I need to go watch at some point. Would love to see the birthplace of Emperor Meiji. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm aware you're a huge amusement park enthusiast. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think the thing about amusement parks is they are it's in the name. They're an amusement, a trifling, a distraction, which is fine here and there. And which is why I'm saying, like, maybe I'd spend a day, but only if I brought someone along. Amusement parks, I don't really enjoy on my own because I want to ride the rides with someone, you know? It feels weird being the person who's sitting alone on a roller coaster, you know? It's just not the vibe. Not the vibe for me. Wandering around a temple on my own? That sounds great. Going to the hot springs alone? Sounds fantastic. But yeah. Yeah. Love all the different rides at theme parks. Yeah. They can be fun. I don't know. I like roller coasters, and I haven't been to a good roller coaster in forever. It's really just the roller coasters that I'm interested in. Yeah. Fucking Monday. It is, Forrest. I have had quite the week. This last week has just been rough. From like Wednesday night to now has just been rough. We're making it work. Things are what they are, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah. Heard of BNA anime? Main character. BNA. This sounds familiar. Anime BNA. I think it's a brand new animal. I have seen this around. I like looked at it and I was like, I don't know if I want to. I was kind of waiting for to hear about it when it released, because I was like, Studio Trigger. I like one studio. I think there are 1 or 2 Studio Trigger animes I actually like. I actually kind of hate most of their stuff. So I was just like, I'll wait. And then I didn't hear anything, so I forgot about it. Which probably means I'm just never gonna watch it, because Studio Trigger fans liked it, is my understanding. So but I'm not really a Studio Trigger fan. I liked their Little Witch Academia thing. And what else did they make that I liked? I think there's one other thing. Let's see. Confirm. Okay. They did Cyberpunk Edgerunners. That's right. That's the other one. So Cyberpunk Edgerunners, Little Witch Academia. I liked Promare. So that's 3 things. But Promare is a movie. Star Wars Visions was fine. So that's 4. That is it. So like all their... Oh wait, they did Dungeon Meshi? Okay, that makes 5. Okay. Maybe they have more that I like than I thought. But I didn't like Kill la Kill. I didn't even bother with Darling in the Franxx, and I'm glad I didn't. Was never interested in Kisniver. Was never interested in Eno Battle. BNA I was... Quadruple S Gridman was not my vibe. Patrol... Yeah, Luluco Patrol was not the vibe for me. Inferno Cop is funny concept, but I did not. It was not for me. Wait, they did a new painting. Maybe I like their stuff more than I thought. I feel like I don't like the stuff that they make, but I think I like the stuff they make for other people. Because all their original stuff, I'm not a big fan of. Because Darling in the Franxx is an original, if I remember right. No, it had a manga adaptation. I don't know. Maybe I needed to not paint them with such a broad brush. Maybe that's on me. Don't know who those are. They just found the series interesting. I really like the art. Yeah, I do actually kind of keep track of... Studio Trigger is an animation studio in Japan, to be clear. I do keep track of... I am enough of a nerd about anime that I keep track of animation studios. And Triggers, it got some more good stuff than I thought. I didn't realize they had done so many things I like. But yeah. Let me catch up on chat here. My brother and I used to have a blast riding all the rides, especially roller coasters. Nice. I went cheetah hunt. Oh my god, that ride's fun. Interesting. Speaking of anime, I learned a cool fact today. I was listening to the Last Unicorn song today and read a comment that the people who worked on the film went on to work for Studio Ghibli. I am not surprised by that at all. That's very cool. Onegai. Oh, okay. Yeah. Been to Orlando 4? Nice. We're all nerds here. It's true. Very nerdy. Part of the water park next to resort. Of that, me and my friend. Nice. Sounds like a fun time. I've heard good things about the Orlando resort down there. But, never been. Been to Disneyland and Disney World very long ago. Kind of mid, honestly. The lines were too long. Way too long. Wanting to go to the original Disneyland. The lines are long. You get to ride like one ride an hour if you're lucky, unless you get a fast pass, and the fast pass is brutally expensive. It's actually just kind of miserable, in my opinion. I don't know. It would probably help if I went during the off season or something, but like, it's also like you're paying like $15 for a hot dog and shit like that. I don't know. I'm too much of a cheapskate. You know what I mean? I like look at that. I'm like, gross. Yeah. Just finished watching a series on Apple Plus. It's called Dark Matter. That does sound interesting. What like Kindle novel series that I was reading up to a point apparently got a show on Apple Plus. I think it's Murderbot Diaries is the name of it. Hold on. Yes, the Murderbot Diaries got a show on Apple Plus apparently, and it's really it seems like the adaptation is good, is what I'll say. I think if you have Apple Plus and you like sci-fi, the Murderbot Diaries is pretty good. The books are on Kindle as well. I need to go look at that again, because I remember I stopped because I got to the end of what was available via Kindle Unlimited, and yeah, I didn't want to pay for the frankly kind of short novels. They were like $10 and they were not long. So yeah. So I prefer Japanese Disney parks. They are cheaper than any other Disney parks around the world. Nice. That's cool. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, well, I think I'm going to end it here. I'm very tired. It has been a long day for me. I appreciate everyone dropping by. I really do. Thank you. Sorry it's been so chaotic lately. I'm trying to yeah, I'm just trying. I'm doing my best. Thank you for sticking with me through it all. It is much appreciated. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Eat well, sleep well, hydrate, don't dehydrate. Posture check. Make sure you're not all shrimped up. And until next time, bye-bye.